have some updates for it.
Yes, we do.
Change some things here and there in the next couple of weeks. It's still going to sound kind of the same, but we're going to try to do it differently where it's not like we come here every Tuesday and be like, what are we going to talk about? We're going to be a little more organized. We're going to try to sound like it and not always have these random ass podcasts.
Yeah.
We're going to have new podcast segments, names to those. Our website, we do have a website, in case you didn't know. We're going to do updates to that. And if you want to stay as up to date as possible with everything, follow us on our Twitter, Instagram pages, subscribe to us on our podcast, the numerous amount of podcast pages we have, and our YouTube pages. Those are the quickest, kind of best ways to stay up to date with everything.
And then as for the actual segment names, here are a couple that to look out for. We at least have one, maybe two of these new these new segment names that you will see today. So for a couple of the ones you might see further down the road, you have random tangents, unofficial, official critiques. We got story time. We have drinking with Babs, the best of the best and the worst of the worst. For that one, we're gonna obviously have to work on further down the line, but basically we're gonna post polls for people to vote, and we're gonna mention our picks and everything. Eventually, when like for example March Madness with the bracket challenges, everything, we're gonna create our own brackets and have people vote. And then two other ones, news from Narnia, basically updates from my life here. And then Whitmer's updates. So those are some of the new podcast segments to look out for over the next several weeks.
It's still a work in progress. So if they change
yes,
from
absolutely.
now and then, there's still going to be a similar kind of thing. And I'm sure once they talk about each individual one, we'll probably go into a little bit more of what these kind of segments will be on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a rough draft right now. It's what it is.
Yeah.
And actually going back to what Whitmer said about if you want to keep up to date with us in our podcast, I know this isn't always put on YouTube and we have it on various audio sites. So if you want to follow, it is W&Q podcast. So the letter W, that word and letter Q and podcast. All one word. You'll find it. Yes.
And then obviously that's the other thing. We gotta help come up with a new podcast name. Is there's three of us, not just two of us. So that's something to be looking out for, since this guy.
But if you do happen to pass over our YouTube page, there is a new video. And Jeff, I'm not sure what your dog's name was, but I think people might get it when they view that video.
First of all, it's not my dog; it's my brother's dog.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
Second of all, the funniest thing out of all this is Brian has said that name more than anyone else.
I mean, I blame you for
that's fine
sending that out to me. And,
yeah,
like,
I'll gladly take the blame.
Yes.